What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Swagtastic Gaming. Today we're going to be doing another class setup build for Star Wars Battlefront, and this is going to be a build exclusive to DLC holders. So for those of you that don't have it, I'm sorry, you won't be able to use one of these star cards, but you might want to stick around in case you ever do decide to get the DLC. Now, before I go any further, I just want you to know that this is a build that was suggested by somebody in the comments. One of my subscribers said to try it, and I said okay, I will. So in case you guys ever want me to do a build for you because you don't want to necessarily upgrade the cards or you don't want to buy them, I will do it for you, and I will post the positives and negatives of it, which is basically what this video is going to be about. So if you guys want to do that, make sure you comment what your favorite build is in one of my videos, and I'll be sure to do that. So that's one thing. And before I go any further, I just wanted to clarify, I never actually gave a shout out to one of my subscribers that told me about the berserker trait and how good it was, because honestly I didn't think it was that great before, but the subscriber that actually told me about this was Offensive Strike Gaming, and he's a pretty cool guy. He makes some pretty cool videos, so if you guys want to check him out, I'm gonna have a link in the description. And yeah, so guys, that's all I want to talk about before. Now let's actually talk about the build. Now I'm actually using the berserker trait with explosive shot. Now basically, the reason why this is a very good class setup is because you're able to do a lot of damage. Now, it's good and it's bad. We're going to talk about the good things first, and then we're going to talk about the bad things, okay? So yeah, let's first talk about using explosive shot and the weapon of choice for this build. As a side note, before I go any further, in case you don't know what the berserker trait does, check out my other video I just posted the other day. It's a full run through of what the berserker trait does, but from this point on I'm going to assume that you already know what it does, that way I don't have to repeat myself for those of you that have watched the other video. But, okay, using the DL-18 in this class is very good because it shoots fast and you can do a lot of damage with this trait. Using explosive shot means you can only do that much more damage, which means once you reach level 2 on your trait of berserker, you actually two-shot people, which is very good. And if you have explosive shot upgraded, it comes back very fast and it's really deadly. Now that's probably the best thing about this. Also, the fact of using the scatter shot is very good, or the scatter gun, whatever you want to call it. I call it both. It's very good on one-on-one situations when your health doesn't come back quite as fast and you know you're not going to be able to 1v1 somebody without taking a lot of damage and possibly dying. So using the scatter shot helps you in close quarters whenever you know you're not going to be able to kill the other guy. Now, the jump pack also really helps because you tend to be hurt a lot with this class setup, and I'm going to explain to you why it's really bad being hurt a lot. You have to be really expert at the game or you're going to have a really hard time with this. But using the jump pack just helps you get away from things, and it's not one of those things that it's a second life basically, because you don't have a personal shield and you do not have your re-heal ability either. Now those are the pros. Now let's talk about the cons. Now the cons for this gun and this class setup and everything is you have to be very good at the game, and you have to know the maps very well, and you have to be playing on a consistent basis, okay? What I'm basically trying to say is, with this class, the berserker trait leaves you very vulnerable to your enemies. You take damage and your health does not recover very fast, and you have no safeguard to it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you get shot, you're going to be at that health for a really long time. You don't have a personal shield to pop, and you don't have the re-heal ability that's exclusive to DLC holders, in case you didn't know. But in my previous video I actually used that as my perk, so if you want to check that out you can. It's really useful and honestly probably the best perk to use with this class, but we're not going to go there right now. All I'm just saying is this class setup, you have to be really good with it, but if you're good at the game and you're good at, you know, mitigating damage and dodging bullets and all that fun stuff, if you're good at it, this class is very deadly. You deal so much damage, and if you can land those first 2 shots before you really take any damage, you're going to win every fight, and you're going to be consistently ranking in the top of the leaderboards every match. Now guys, that's really the only bad thing about this class. Everything else is pretty solid, but health is a major thing that you need to be worried about. So yeah, it's really rough to say if this is worth building or not, and all I have to say is if you're good at the game, build it. It's fun to use, and once you get really good with it, people get really mad and they call you a hacker and stuff. Like, there's no way you could kill me in 2 shots or 1 shot. Yes, there is. It's called using the cards and knowing what they do. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like because it only takes like 2 seconds, and to subscribe for more content. And remember to comment if you want me to do a class that you think might be good, but you don't want to waste your money on it in case it's not. So guys, without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.